How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Rurouni Kenshin episode review. This is episode 17 entitled Settling the Score. So before I go any further, let's settle up. I need you guys to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more reviews just like this one. I know we're behind, but don't worry. We ain't caught up with Rurouni Kenshin. We basically caught up. We just got to do episode 18 from 3 days ago now. And since we are falling back, it gives me more time to do some more reviews here. So, if you remember in this I want to call it 3 episode saga because I like how this was spaced out. Yuta got hit with what is it called? The Toby Izuna, which is like an air slash. And we learned that because it grazed Kenshin arm, it stopped it from cutting off Yuta's right arm. But, he can't be a swordsman no more, which I was saying to myself, we're in a world where, and it's confirmed in here, you have people that can dodge bullets, people that can jump super high and move at supersonic speeds. A dude can do a thing where he goes, God, my spirit is enough to make you freeze up, even choke you to death. But this kid can't just switch hands and learn with his left hand. Which is brought up. The MVP in this episode is Yahiko, because Yahiko pulls Yuta out of bed so he can see the resolution of Kenshin beating on Raijuta, because he needs to see it. He needs to know that he got beaten, that this dude was wrong fully. He needs to see that vengeance was gotten for him. And he needs to be able to move forward past this. He was so mopey because he can never be a swordsman again. He was crying. His papa is talking about moving him to Germany. So, because they got good doctors there, but he could forget about the whole swordsman thing. And I'm thinking to myself, what was the purpose of you mentioning they have good doctors there with modern medicine, Western medicine, when you could be like, oh, we'll see if we can get his arm fixed? Didn't say that at all. Just like, we're going to make him forget this, which it leads credence to the kid going and he's wimpy. But I do enjoy the fact that when Uzaimon, his father, was talking to Kenshin, explaining, my son felt the need to pick up the slack because when the Meiji era came, look, I was only thinking about raising my family and taking care of my household. So my knowledge, being a samurai, my knowledge of swords, I was able to turn into a merchant. And I get that, 35-year-old me gets it. I get it. As a person that wants to provide for your family, it's like, okay, I was a noble samurai, but that's not going to get anything paid for. I have to do what I have to do. And unfortunately, it led to Yuta being deceived and enamored by Raijuta's superficial, superhuman strength, instead of knowing what counts on the inside of a samurai, right? But back to Yahiko. Yahiko also gets him out of that slump because Kaoru was upset she couldn't come up with any words to, rouse him up. Even the week that went by where they're waiting for them to leave, she couldn't think of something. Sano was like, Gambate doesn't help because, this is a tough situation. And Kenshin's just quiet the whole time, right? Old man Kenshin's quiet. And as he's walking away, Yahiko swings with his, pardon me, a little bit anime, swings with his wooden sword, and kid blocks it with the what is it called, with his walking cane. He's doing well. And Yahiko's so, hey, be stronger than Raijuta, not the one that lost to Kenshin, the one in your mind who you thought was so big and bad. Be stronger than him. Be stronger than the real one. Be strong, but you're just gonna sit up here and mope, right? And they're still going at it. And through all of this, Yutaro was going, I'm never gonna give up being a swordsman. I'm gonna kick your ass. And I love the fact his dad goes, those were very lovely people. And Yuta's like, man, that guy is something else. He didn't hold back, even though I'm injured. He went full force on me. I'm definitely going to beat him. Look, at least in original anime and within the original confines of the first 28 volumes of the manga, I don't remember seeing Yuta ever show up again. Hopefully, if this anime expands past those 28 and goes into the new territory of what was going on in the manga, which I have not read, I hope Yutaro shows up again. I sincerely like that is he's a reserved member of the dojo now. And I like to see more characters, especially unique characters. This is a character that has potential to be stronger than Yahiko. And the fact that he's like, I'll use my left, and I was said last episode, I'm saying again, illusions, ninpo, which gets explained in a scientific way that still makes no damn sense. It, Sanosuke says that Kenshin's able to see fast bullets and dodge them. So why the hell couldn't he use his left hand? At that point, it's like, oh, then we shouldn't move. I can just train here in a land of the rising sun. No, no, no. So dumb. But let's talk about Kenshin's retribution against Raijuta. He beats him down, not just physically, but he beats this man verbally and emotionally. Especially after Sanosuke got to him first, because dude's like, hey, it's been 2 hours. He ran away, and Sanosuke's like, are you stupid? Oh, wait a minute. I'm throwing a wet blanket on your escape strategy so you can run away. So you should run away. Then dude starts threatening him. And he's like, I'll take you on. It'll be fun for me. But remember, me losing to a swordsman, that doesn't really matter because you have the sword, right? But if you lose to a fighter for hire, of course, Kenshin shows up. He says neither one of them have good luck. I remember that line specifically, but Kenshin is able to. He's like, yeah, now that I know what the move is. It's basically creates a wind scythe. The translations were kind of a little bit off, a little bit all over the place when Kenshin was speaking in this one. I don't know why, but he's literally said, "Hey, it's a wind scythe. You make a vacuum. I get it. Little blood, but it does deep cutting." And he says, "I also know the tail of your sword now. When you use the Izuna moves cause a little warping at the tip of the blade." And now Kenshin's kind of kicking himself in the butt, not realizing that. So from this point on, he's dodging everything. Now he gets cut. Now this is where the verbal abuse comes in, where a guy goes, "Yeah, see, I got you," and Kenshin go, you want to have a murderous blade, but you're exciting about getting a cut on me. You've never killed anybody before, and I know you haven't, because real manslayers don't rejoice after getting a single cut on an opponent." And of course, Kenshin still talking to trash. He even gets cut on the leg, and then I like Sanosuke being able to view this and to us to hear his thoughts, so we can understand even further why this is amazing what we're watching. Because Raijuta is just moving between the Matoi Izuna and the Tobi Izuna, so the far attack and the close attack, which makes a loop of you're just gonna have to keep dodging. And guy literally goes, "Hey, if you could use this technique, you'd be able to counterattack from afar." And it's like, "No, I can't do it, but I have a move that I can attack from far." And it is the Hiten Mitsurugi Bato Jutsu Hiryusen. I'm gonna tell y'all the name of the moves all the time. So he did have the blade sheath, sends the sword out, hits a dude in the eye, comes in to sheath the blade, hit him in the eye again, and then smash him in the head. Which throughout this whole commotion released the band that was on Kenshin's hair. He has entirely too much hair. Didn't realize he had that much hair from that ponytail. KO's the dude. Kinda. Because he grabs Yahiko's leg when Yahiko goes to congratulate Kenshin. He threatens to kill him. Even Yahiko's going, "Go ahead and kill me. I'd rather die than submit to you." And Sanosuke's like, "Man, you don't know when to quit." And Kenshin further pressing, "Look, you don't know what it means to have a murderous blade. Having a murderous blade means that you are held down by the weight from the abyss of your blade from ending people's lives. You don't want that life, man. You don't want that. Matter of fact, you need to give up on what you're trying to do with this whole murderous sword technique from the ancient technique thing, because one day you're going to come across someone who actually has a murderous blade, and you're gonna lose your life. And he drops Yahiko, and he does the standard anime, and that whole thing when they're like, and that whole thing, which is kind of dude's super pathetic. I finally understood what part of the wiki was saying when in the original manga, dude's like a poser. He is a poser. He's never killed anybody, right? And you do have Kenshin later on, after Yutaro leaves. He's going, man, Raijuta had so much potential. Like he has the ability to usher in a new era with swordsmanship if he would just give up the whole, murderous part. And this is a private conversation between him and Kaoru because Yahiko and Sano have already moved. And of course, Kaoru gonna look after her man, baby. She's like, what, you look like you got something on your mind. And that was on his mind. Just this guy has so much potential and he's basically pissing it away, trying to live up to some type of weird ideal. Like he took 10 years to learn a sword technique that, in Kenshin's own words, it could cut, but you can't kill with that. And you can't kill with that because you're not that guy. Now, could it more? Because I realize a blessing or not. And one other thing he said, he hopes that Raijuta realize that it's a blessing to not kill another man. And this is one of the first after credits. I don't remember a lot of the after credit scenes in Rurouni Kenshin. We probably had one with Megumi, I think, but this one's really good because there's two people praying. They battled in front of, I guess, a Buddha, roadside Buddha. And Rajuta's been there the whole time. He's like, I'm gonna kill anybody that comes here, no matter what. I'm gonna kill. It's a young lady or young. I want to say young girl, but I'll say young lady. She's with her. I'm gonna assume her grandma. And they're both praying in front of the Jizo. And he wants to do it, but he can't kill him. As a matter of fact, when they get up and move, he swings the blade, but he cuts off the head of the Jizo. And of course, grandma and kid, they put it back up there and they pray again. Then they leave and he shows up and he's crying. He's just like, he couldn't do it. So now he has some conflict within himself. Again, this should be a character that should show up and show that he has changed at least a little bit. Very interesting how he's like a flip side phony of Kenshin. It was like, I'm gonna murderous blade and murder people. You've never done it before. You don't understand what you're saying, do you? No, you don't. Which fairly interesting. Fairly interesting character here. Which again, this is another short review for me because all of the emotion, all the good, nice, gooey bits are either in action or in words. And those are pretty much some of my favorite reviews because if you haven't watched it, watch this episode. I gotta give Yahiko credit because this trilogy has kind of pushed Yahiko a lot. Especially you see it a little bit in the first part, which was episode 15, but 16, 17 fully goes, yeah, they're brothers and this is the soul of the samurai. Very, very fun stuff. Also shows, when you're fortunate enough to not have killed somebody and you're trying to perpetuate a lifestyle, like, chill out. Again, it's almost as if art is imitating life. You don't need that burden. Keep that burden away from yourself, right? Very, very, very fun episode. Next episode is going to be Sanosuke and the Nishiki paintings. So that's already out. I'm hoping to have that review out to you at least Monday. I'm hoping Monday because I have no clue what that episode is going to be about besides Nishiki paintings. It's going to be pretty fun. So tell me, what did you think of this episode? I am going to give it a 4 out of 5. Especially, man, all 3 of these episodes were done. I really liked how this was stretched out. I like all of the drama in this, and I do appreciate that it didn't lead into another story at the end. Just conclude this one, put a bow on it. Not a nice bow, put a bow on it, because I do want to see Yutaro again. Hoping Yuta shows up again, but this was nice, nice little bow on it. 4 out of 5 from me. It's slightly above average, not super fantastical, but definitely enjoyable. Enjoyable to the point where I almost lost track of time. Almost lost track of time. Those are the best ones, and this series is full of them. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please do not forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of more reviews just like this one. Now that we're at 17, should have did this for like 7 episodes ago. I feel like we're getting into our stride here. Out of the best episodes, I would say that episode 16 out of these three, episode 16 is possibly the best, because we get to see Yuta try to internalize, oh, this bamboo thing that I only said sucked because this other guy is actually pretty fun. This is the path I could have gone down. And when we reached the climax was done very, very well. So last episode definitely takes the cake to this one, but this one serves as well as a decent conclusion, all in all. So 4 out of 5, at the very lowest 3.5 out of 5. It's slightly above average. It's not filler of any sort. No, it's not filler of any sort. It's showing Yahiko's development. So again, let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Please be good, be blessed. Wash those hands, drink some water. Stay safe out there, all right? Be good to yourselves, be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk, all right? Especially don't be a jerk to yourself. Reach out to somebody if you're, finding yourself in a moment of weakness. If you're finding yourself down, you're certainly not out. There are people out there that care about you and rather talk to you today than to mourn you and miss you tomorrow. So make sure you reach out to somebody, all right? My social medias are in the description below. Feel free to give me a follow. Feel free to send me a message. Give me some time to reply, and don't be a jerk, and we'll be good. All right? All right. Until next time, I cannot wait to see what happens with these paintings. Oro?